Sangat ji. Thank you, Guruji Maharaj, for this opportunity. Uh, I got associated with Guruji in the year 2008, and since then, the journey has been fantastic. Every second of our life is a satsang, but I would share some recent ones. So recently, I graduated, as a doctor, and it's a big thing for me. This is something that that I had never thought. So going through the PhD process is like a three-step thing. So first, you get your admission. Then after you get your admission, then you have your qualifying exam, in which if you fail, you are done. And the agenda of qualifying exam is that, you have to select two of your core courses. And from that core courses, you get the list of the topics. Now the level of the questions and the type of questions from that topic can be anything. It can be as easy as a cakewalk, or it can be extremely difficult. With His grace, uh, you know, the questions that could have come from anywhere, 70% is the passing criteria basically, and most of the questions were from my notes, which they could have come from any book that has been published worldwide. So that is how I passed my qualifying. Then second comes the comprehensive exam. In comprehensive exam, it's the second last semester of your PhD, where you present your research so far that you are about to conclude in the next semester, which is your dissertation defense. So in comprehensive exam, again, it is a three-step process. The first, you present your research, then both committee and non-committee members ask you questions. Then after you're done with, your presentation, the non-committee members ask questions, and then the committee members ask questions. So the interesting thing is, I know he was there because I specially asked him, because I could not have done it without him. So the interesting thing is, usually the committee members towards the end, they grill you for at least 30 minutes to 1 hour, because they ask questions, they discuss things, and I was done in 4 or 5 minutes. I don't know how that happened. And when I got out, my friend who was standing right outside the conference room, he said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "I'm done." And he said, "They just grilled me for 45 minutes. And I was done in approximately 5 minutes. This is approximately the 10% rule that Guruji says." And then the big day, when it was defense, I can certainly say I'm the only doctor who's standing in front of you in this darbar who was not asked any of the question in his dissertation defense after he was done with his presentation. I have never seen this happening with anyone. When I was done with my presentation, and I asked to the committee members if they had any questions, and they said, "No, this is great work. This is absolutely great." I've never seen this happening. So it's all him. And even in the thesis, I have dedicated this to him, and I have written that "Karta kare na kar sake, Guru kare so hoy, teen lok naukhand mein Guru se bada na koi." And the latest satsang that happened with me was that I joined my job on 22nd of May, which was again a Monday. And like the last May, like a couple of months ago, 1.5 months ago. And I was constantly thinking that this is the time that I want to spend over here for a week at least, because we have the two big festivals. One is Guru Purnima and the other is Guruji Maharaj's birthday. So I was thinking, okay, I'll probably make some excuses in front of my bosses, just to get few holidays, and then I'll try this and that, or just try to figure something out. And then as the days were approaching, the one thing that I hear is that in the first week of July, the whole GM production is shutting down. And, it is because they want all people to have a good time with their families, because it's 4th of July. And I don't know what was the purpose, but, this is how he takes care of everything. And I didn't have to tell anyone anything. And I was extremely super nervous about it. So, of all the great things that he has, bestowed, I firmly believe rather, that the privilege of being a part of his Sangat, being a part of, the fleet of Sevadars and being at his lotus feet is the greatest thing that could have ever happened to me. So thank you, Sangatji. Thank you, Guruji Maharaj.